Hey guys, so we're starting up with another coaching thing. So we'll be coaching a High Master Genji. He came to me saying that he's having some issues getting past that 3.8, 3.9 to get 4K. So we're gonna just try to help him out, see what mistakes he's making, so we can try to correct those and get back to GM. So yeah, his name is Yolitz, and he's with me in the call right now.
Hi.
Okay, so we'll start this off and let's see what we can do to help him out. Right, so skip forward a little bit. Okay, so start off here. Okay, you're starting off on attack.
I was a bit late.
No, yeah, that's not that big of a deal. Just a little late. At least you didn't DC, am I right? Okay, so they're running Brig, Bap, Soldier, Echo, Orisa, Diva. So in this situation, I'm hoping to get that like left flank. On Temple of Anubis, I love going this left side. Oh, well, wait for him to mentally not be AFK.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Bruh. Okay, 15 seconds, no big deal. Okay. At last, I like it to deflect. Ooh. Okay. Quick note. Did you cancel the deflect when you got pulled?
I'm not sure. I might have.
Yeah. You saw that it was coming, so just quick thing, you could probably hold that just in case. There's a possibility you get picked off. You didn't, but just future reference, you might want to hold deflect if you see the orb coming there, because it's most likely going to pull you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
And that's just to make sure you don't die. You saw that break was... Your sense is high as shit, bro.
Oh, I can't hear anything in the game audio.
Okay. How can I don't think I can make it so you can hear is the issue.
I think you need to like screen share the Overwatch.
Well, the thing is, if I do that, you won't see the lines I'm gonna be making.
Oh, that sucks.
That makes
That's
sense.
brutal.
So sorry
That's
about
painful.
that. So hopefully you don't need this sound too much, but
It's fine.
let me know if it's a big deal for you. I can attempt to figure it out if you need.
Okay.
Mega. Okay. You have not hit many shots so far. Are you like consistent with your aim? Just quick question.
Not really.
Okay,
Sometimes I miss.
You might want to think about lowering your sense. It seems really high, and if you're not consistent with the aim, that might be an issue. Would you say you average about 35% accuracy just in general? Or are you
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not
terrible,
not too bad.
If you're like at the 30s, it's not that big of a deal, but just quick thing. That's okay. Well, yeah.
Man, I got some nice aim. I kind of just got carried by Broski at first point.
Kill the Orisa. I mean, this is just standard stuff. Okay, let's just start at the beginning here. Just to add a couple of things. So, you like do this dash in here, and I'm surprised you didn't die, honestly. Well, you should have died there. But like, I don't even think you need to do this poke right here. What I normally do, something I really like to do, is I like to go in this top area, right? Because you have this ability as Genji to get in these off angles that you can like use and abuse really hard. So like imagine you're like right here and you see that Brig is like that weak. You can like attempt to like dash through her at this angle, if that makes sense. Like so I don't know. For me, I always do this type of pathing if I can try to. So how can I get like a good angle? Okay. So my pathing I usually do is I try to make it in here, I go through, and then I try to go up the window and out here. From here, I play around this area, because you have the Mega here, and you have the Mini down here if you need. You also have the ability to dash, which you can use the dash to get into the Mega over there if you need to, right? So this way, you take this off angle, so now you have the option to go here, you can off angle here, you can stand here, go here. You can shoot them in the back behind their shields. And if you're like, oh shit, I need to get ult charged, then what you can do is you can just jump behind them and then dash through 4 of them, and then do the 180 deflect and get back to your team, and just rinse and repeat if need be. You know what I mean? So you got the kill on the Echo, which is fine, but I really feel like you're playing a flanker, so you should flank when you can, especially on like maps like Temple, where you can use your health packs, and like if it's hard for them to chase you here too, right? Like if you're back here, you have all over here. Like there's a mega here, you have the mini here, you have a mega here, mini here, mega here. Like you know what I mean? Like if anyone chases you,
Yeah.
you can stall. If anything, make it a 5v5 as well, and probably win, or you should win and stuff like that. There's no mega in there. I don't know what mini in there. I don't know why I circled that, but same thing. Like I always try for Temple. Like, just think of it this way. Like, if there's a Junkrat, right? You're not gonna, like, want to, like, shove your face down here constantly. You're gonna want to take a flank, try to get some poke out, and maybe get a pick. You can, like, let's say we go to this standard path, and you go up here, you start shooting them, and then you're like, okay, maybe I'll take this angle, go here. And if they poke you out, you get this mini, then you can go down these steps out here, and then start shooting them in the back here, maybe look for a pick after that.
Okay.
Right now, you're
Yeah,
like
so this
playing
is just
very
playing stuff.
yeah. Right now, you're playing like very brawly, which you'll get a kill out of it. But you could have put some pressure on the back line, making it harder for them to keep up the front line as well.
Okay.
But that's just how I feel on that one. Obviously, it worked, but it felt like you didn't have as much impact as you could have. Here. Like this brig is one. Like look how weak this brig is right here. Like imagine if you
Yeah,
have like,
I'm
one
just
of these
left
flanks.
clicking a shield.
Exactly. Like they're getting the half health. Like this is like the second or third time that both the supports have been half HP, right? Imagine if you just dive. Yeah, imagine you just on them in the back. You don't even have to dive them yet. You could just be hitting with shurikens, making them force a mortality field, right? And then dive next time that week.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Then,
With
hitting your shots is always cool.
Yeah.
Was that mega up? Yeah, okay. Just double check. Melee. Melee there. You should do animation cancels there. Make sure when you right click you melee if you're point blank.
My ultimate is charged.
Right click. Like the dash out. You honestly, and this is just me being nitpicky, you might have been able just to kill her. I think you don't dash here yet. I think you dash too soon. Right click.
Oh yeah, I probably did.
Like I think you could have gotten one more right click off possibly. And then I don't think you need to back up yet. You're close to half HP, but she's already used about half of her beam. So you might be able to poke her out, or at least get a one shot enough that she has to like leave. Respect you a little bit more. Okay, she entered. She get fast spawn. She doesn't get fast. Actually, she does.
She does, yeah. Fine though.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was fine.
You're... Give it a bongo. So let's... You hard focused on this Orisa, and it was bad up until she bongoed. So let's just... watch this fight. So, you're... First of all, you're... Fair... Did she call it she was gonna barrage?
No.
Okay, well, even so, she barrages. You see that the Diva's flying for her. You see that the Kree's going. Right?
Yeah.
I, in this position, am thinking, holy shit, their Brig is dead. I'm going to kill the Baptiste right now. Right? You decided to go for the Orisa, who has full HP and all of her cooldowns, when the Baptiste is up too. So he could theoretically just keep pumping heals into her. Right?
Yeah, that's just me autopiloting. Yeah.
Exactly. Look, and now he's half HP. Like, here, I would have been dashing to this Baptiste already. Right? Dash right now. If not, I would be dashing now through the Orisa to try to get... You saw he was anti here too. Right? This guy's anti-1. And you'll see it again when you poke. Right there. Imagine you just go for this mortality field right now. The whole entire team right now is focused on the Diva and the Fair that's like up here as well. I'm going from the perspective you can see. You know that there's a mortality field because you can see the lines right here. And you can see that this guy is very, very weak. And anti. So the sooner you kill the sooner you kill two. You don't know you kill two. We'll go with right now you only have this information that you kill one, but that's still extremely worth it. And they flashed because you heard the Fair like got canceled, I'm pretty sure. Right? So you have nothing to worry about getting stunned because the Brig is dead as well. So you can go deep here, right? So what I'd be going for is I'd be dashing, right? I'm dashing straight if I can. I'm killing mortality field first, and then I'm just killing what's under it. And it's one because this guy's literally just meleeable, and this guy is a dash right after that. Kind of make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to stop tunnel vision.
Yeah, you got like way too hard on this Orisa, who I mean the good news is they killed the Baptiste, but like again, like look, you could be turning around, getting a quick dash reset. Like if anything, if you wanna be like maximizing damage, which you could be doing right here, is the Kree's gone. But you could have. What I was gonna say is if he was still around this corner, is you dash through, and then you dash back, and then you get a double dash from the Orisa.
And McCree doesn't get away.
Yeah. But the McCree got away. But if you went sooner, you could have killed this McCree, and then you'd be up 3 instead. And you wouldn't
could have lived. I could have probably.
100%. You'd be alive. You'd be alive here, right? Because you'd be with your Pharah and your Diva. And I feel like the Mercy would be there too, because the Pharah's there now. Pharah Mercy, she's like hopping that way, yeah. I just think that you got like way too hard on this Orisa when you should kill the squishies first. Because I'm a firm believer, let's just think of it this way, like I'm a firm believer of you get rid of the back line and then you kill the front line, right? Because the best way to think of it is how do these guys stay alive if these guys aren't there to help them up, right? If you focus on these guys first, if you end up looking at the tanks first, then let's just say the Baptiste windows them. Or the Brig just boops you and pumps healing in, right? It's going to take you significantly longer to kill these 2 people, right? You're wasting time. And then your team's probably going to get picked instead. Because they're focused on, like, maybe your backline instead or something like that. Or they're going to overextend. I'm always someone who pushes. And as a flanker, you should be thinking, how do I kill these 2 players? How do I kill both their supports? Because the second the supports are dead, even if you take a 2-for-1, a good team will win when they literally have no supports. Unless they have use the ultimates correctly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
So I'll just write that down quickly, just like tunnel vision, right? Tunnel vision, and abusing flanks, a little bit more abusing flanks. Alright. I do like that you went for the bongo, or did you mess up killing the bongo now?
He like body blocked it.
I think so. You're using this dash too early. Let's. God, come on, X. Okay. Hey, did you dash right as she Diva bombed or slightly after? Because in this situation, I'm also thinking if I need to, my dash is going down to that Meg underneath, under that bridge, right? Just in case. That's what you're dashing to, 100%. Okay, yeah, so you already know she bombs, right? So you're like...
Yeah, I was just being stupid.
Yeah, your dash is going here, if anything. So you get like 2 volleys, then you're dashing like around here somewhere. Also, I'm pretty sure you could have just hid behind this pole. Actually, you probably got sucked, but...
That's just really... That's a big tunnel vision.
Yeah. You die and you're right, guys.
I return to the fight.
So like, do you think we could have won that fight if I just was smarter about that?
Yeah, 100%. Because look, your whole entire team, but you were up right now.
Dang, you're right.
The issue with 2CP is the second one goes down, your team has to either wipe as quickly as possible without getting picked. Because 2CP, they're just gonna come in one by one and just get 1 pick. And if they have faster spawns, they'll just out trade you, right?
So you can't die. You can't feed.
It's very, very hard to win when you int or die or feed like that, especially on Temple, right? Like think of it this way, right? Now they're gonna swap ball. They have Diva stall, right? They're gonna stall, and then this guy can go like Bastion or Doomfist. Only has to hit 1 person, right? Let's just critical pick on Ana, you lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just have to think of that. Also, I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, it's faster to go up here, wall climb up here, and then dash. Right?
Oh, okay.
And that'll just save you a couple of seconds, right? Because you seconds matter, especially in times like this, right? Like if you're there sooner, you could save one of your teammates from dying. Kill that Lucio. Okay, you're a little slow in that reaction. Do you pull Blade here? I think you pull Blade here. I took you a little long to pull blade. Fuck.
Right, I fucked up so bad.
Deflect. Oh, too slow. Okay. Let's talk about that blade, because this was a very like, you could have won right here. You decided too late to pull blade when you were valking. Like this Mercy's valking. You're getting damage boosted when you pull blade, right?
Yeah.
Your target is 100% this brick. So let's go. You came in. You were already valking. Okay. So you see her here. Like, I'm thinking the second she rallies, hey, that target needs to die. Right? Who cares if you use your whole entire blade on this? You're taking this 1-for-1 and taking out probably the most powerful ult that's going to start this game right now. Besides, like, Diva Bomb. Right? Like, you're still holding. Like, you literally just saw her bash under you, right? So even if you don't want to pull it out, now you're pulling it, right? Because now the only thing she can do is boop you away, and who cares? You can dash back at her now. You got lost. You dashed. You should not have dashed here as well. Right? You're never gonna kill her with dash, and you're gonna lose her, right? You should swing, then dash, and then if you need to hit her.
Yeah, that was just being stupid and flashes for no reason. Because now I lost her and it took an extra swing.
What would I call this? Use blades. I'm just gonna say think about your blades more. Think about your blades before and while doing them, when to slash, dash, or slash. Go with that, and you just lose. Now you look to get shot back. That ball was one. No, am I blind? Why do you look like he was one shot for a second? I am blind.
Fine, I'm blind too. Anytime.
He's not one at all. Okay, I am blind. Yeah. I mean, you should just leave here at this point. Right, I guess you're like getting like some ult charge, but there's just no point. You should just leave. Like, while you're going out, maybe you can turn around and start shooting them. But think of it this. Here's an easy way to think of it, right? If you're dead, you can't shoot them, and you get less ult charge. So like, it's like you're losing out by trading this 6-man dash, right? You didn't even hit 6 people. You hit like 2 people with the dash and like a couple of shurikens, right? So so you got like, you're at like 13%, right? After doing that, when maybe right now you could still be alive. Maybe you'd be at 9%, but you would be poking them out right now, right? So by the time you get there, you'd probably be at like maybe 20%. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
That kind of makes sense. So like, playing your life is really important. Like, there are times where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna int and get some ult charge. But if you can get out, you should try your best to get out here. Get this diva off high ground. You should be focusing. You should just try to make her uncomfy. Yeah, that was obvious. Look for the Ana. What was the decision to deflect there?
It was just instinctual. It's like fucking stupid muscle memory bullshit.
Yeah. Like, you saw her sleep, right? Like, you just saw her sleep there?
I wasn't paying attention, honestly. I play.
I'm noticing a theme.
I'm playing very instinctually. Like, everything I do is almost entirely muscle memory.
Yeah.
Instinct.
You need to think a little bit more while doing that. I'm not trying to insult you for not thinking, but like things like this,
no,
right?
You're right.
You could you probably could have killed this Ana because you wasted around, I'd say, 1 right click maybe hitting this deflect. Like, instead, like, you could have right clicked instead.
Yeah.
Hit a melee instead, and if you're that uncomfy, now you have deflect for later. I could be wrong. Maybe you didn't waste time. I think the cooldown might be the same amount of time, but regardless, just the deflect's not necessary because you know she doesn't have sleep, right? And she might have nade actually, which you want deflect for that. Now you don't have because you know Ana's just gonna look at the ground and hate herself, which she doesn't have. Okay, look for the echo. I like it. I think you're committing dashes too early.
Really?
Yeah, committing dashes too early sometimes. I won't say all the time, but like here is an example of where you could be just double jumping, right, and just hitting Echo, right? Like if I was you, I would think possibly not only maybe shooting her here, but you could also contemplate wall climbing, jumping up here, and then trying to right click her from up here, right? You could be right clicking up here, down on anything, right? It's preferably the Echo. Down in this area, and then when she gets weak, you just dash, and then you move on to the next target.
Okay.
If that makes some sense.
That does make sense.
Right? You could wall climb up here and start right-clicking her. Right? Because you're not hitting that much on her. You're not, like, you poked her a little bit.
If I hit like a good initial burst, then I probably should have dashed, but...
Yeah, exactly. Or if you're like going for a one-shot combo, right? But that means you're distancing yourself correctly. Like this is not one-shot combo. Like if you're thinking, hey, I'm gonna perfectly hit her or attempt to hit her with the dash right-click melee combo and hit all 3 shurikens, then maybe you could think about it, right? But you you play Genji, you know this is not the correct distance for that. Maybe you're looking for like a 180, right? But obviously you didn't hit it. And it's just risky. Like there's no point to you can't be risky especially in 2CP, right? Like, you need your cooldowns, right? And if you die, like, this Ana pick does not matter whatsoever. And now that your Mercy's dead, like, you have to kill quickly, right? And the way you kill quickly is your dash, right? Like, that you get your dash resets, and you just cleave everybody over and over again. You just go back and forth, until you kill someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you need this dash a little bit sooner. Or, like, you need to stash up, unless you're getting killed. You dip, which is good. You're like, hey, we lost. It's dumb that your Diva ulted, but it's fine. Echo went Genji. So you got Echo dupe out, you got Bomb out. Is Broski the one that complains about DM all the time?
I'm not sure. He wasn't really talking much just me.
Could be thinking of someone else. But there's like a fair player that always like barrages into Diva and complains about it. Okay, they wasted High Noon. Okay, Nano Blade. Okay, let's talk about thought processes. What are you thinking right now when you Nano Blade? What are you thinking about?
Kill stuff.
Okay, what are you thinking of exactly? What is your plan for this Nano Blade?
Dash up and kill stuff. If I'm being straight up honest, dash up and kill stuff.
Okay. Do you see an issue with that? Right. Like right now, I'm thinking I'm killing this Ana. I'm killing this Brig. I'm going to think about killing this Kree or Echo, right? Because again, and this was what we were talking about earlier. I personally am someone who always wants to kill the backline as quickly as possible, as fast as possible, because then your front line wins the frontline battle because they have supports. Well, your team has supports, and then they don't because you took them out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna write that down. You need to think about your blades. Blades. Before you start. Target selection. So let's talk it out, right? So right now you see this Ana. So right now I'm thinking I need to kill this Ana. I need to, and then not only are you thinking who you're killing, you need to think, hey, this is what I lose to. You lose to sleep, stun, and then boop. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So you need to think, how am I playing around these? How am I going to make it so when they use these cooldowns, it doesn't stop me or completely screw my blade? Right? So simple thing, when you dash up, save your jump, and then do the little hop up. Right? Do you know that? You know that trick?
Yeah, I know that trick, yeah.
Right? Simple. Like, you need to go through the idea of, like, I'm going to play around their cooldown, so I kill them. Right? Because Nano Blade's your win color. So here we go. Okay, good jump. Nice. Okay, now you look at Brig. Do not dash yet. Perfect. Okay, Kree. Nice, well done. Okay, they mine. That's fine. Okay, Echo's dead, so it's just the tanks. Just do not dash through the mines like an idiot. I beg. Fantastic. That was a great blade. Okay. A little slow on the Echo kill. Because you hit her with all 3 shurikens to the head, right? Yeah, you. I mean, she'd kill herself quickly. Why are you leaving?
That's a good question.
You.
I think I was scared of the Nana and McCree.
I guess they also rallied, but you left when you shouldn't have, like, at all. Like, you need to be pressuring them right now, because they're just gonna run through your team, and you're not there. You essentially just made this fight a 4v4, if you think about it, right? Because this Krieg was able to walk, this Mercy was rezzing. Actually, you made it a 3v4, right? Does that kind of make sense? Because you got the kill, which was really good. Your Pharah died, so now it's kind of an even trade, even though the D.Va was dead? I think she was on her way out, technically. Right? So let me just go through this quickly. So, Echo's dead, your Pharah died, right? Their D.Va is coming back into the fight, we'll say. And you left the fight. Right? And your Mercy goes to res. Because your Rhine is dead. Right? Do you kind of see what's happening here?
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Like, you need to be fighting with your team, or at least in this general area, to get heals. You backed up, not only were you full HP, but you had the Mercy on you. Right? You got 2 passive. So we'll say that this is know when to leave fights and when to be aggressive. Because in the end of the day, I wish I knew this stat or not. There's probably a stat out there. The longer these fights go, the defending side is more likely to win. And I don't want to throw a number, but I wouldn't be surprised with like at least 60%. Long range fights, if with them being down 1, still ends with a 60% win rate, I'd say. If that, like, do you kind of see how that makes sense though? Yeah. Like, the second they get a pick, the second they get a pick, your Mercy now has to res, and then you're out. So even then, it's still a 3v3, at least. And they're using ults. Your Mercy's rezzing, so her Valk's not getting that much value. It's all these, and you have to just be fighting it. Honestly, and here's why I was surprised. So, like, going for the Echo is fine, but I feel like I was thinking I would have gone right side. Right? So, a couple of things.
Our D.Va called the Echoes on left. Or our D.Va called going for Echo.
Well, then I think you should have turned the corner soon, right? You wasted a couple of, like, let's go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, you could have killed her sooner and then been on the other side. Maybe.
You're right, yeah. I wasted time.
Like, if anything, which, I turned the corner. If you're scared to get shot, you wall climb up, and then you peek down. Right? And she's not expecting you to be up here when you peek her. So she has to flick up to you, and less likely to burst you down. And you can always just dash back to your team. Or down to the Mega.
So wait, like, every second matters?
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, you already know it. You just, I guess you haven't thought about it, the fact that, I mean, it's not even that every second matters. These couple of seconds you wasted here could have been seconds that you were over here trying to stuff this Ana and this break from coming out. Or this Kree, kill him early, right? Because I feel like this Kree would have been out, like, first, right? You could have been up here trying to kill this Kree with the Pharah instead. Is your Mercy dead? Okay. You're already down 2, though. I mean, I guess it was already usable. There's an argument for that the game was lost already. But the Ana's here. I mean, they're always going to nano her. Let me look at this quickly. Right? I mean, if you were looking at right side, you could have maybe killed this Brig early as well. I don't know. This one's actually tough, but I do believe that you need to kill her fast anyways, because it goes back to my original argument of the longer the fights take, the more likely you're to lose, and the longer she just chills here waiting. And this here is taking 2 of your attention and allowing the rest of their team to push in on this side without taking any poke or damage, or have to use resources to take it out.
Okay.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
And, like, just to throw it quickly, I mean, you've played through the ranks, right? Like, you know the speed of just plat to masters is entirely
I know
different.
Everything, dude. I've been fucking silver, gold,
exactly.
plat.
Like, you know that as you've been playing, the speed of play increases. And the speed of top 500 is so fast. And that's why listening to comms and in Overwatch League is so fun for me. Because, like, that's, like, have you ever listened... Do you watch any of the, like, pro like, games at all?
I don't actually.
Okay. The comms of, like, even League of Legends are just so calm, right? It's so slow. It's one person like calling out plays and everything like that. Well, in Overwatch, it's 6 people. You like the amount of like information gathering you have to do and processing is actually incredible. The way like when you think about it, right? You're hearing like different things from 5 different people while also hearing what's in game while also seeing what's in front of you, and you have to take all that information and do something with it and make and have impact on the game from it, and like speed of play increases while that happens, and that's why this game is fun. But I won't go too much on a tangent. Regardless, like you chill here a little bit too long. I feel like when you could have turned the corner and tried to stuff her back, maybe instead of just killing her, you could have just poked her out and she would have had to go back to spawn, and you could have turned the other way anyways. Let's take a quick look. Okay, so right now you guys are 3, 2, 1. So right now it's a 5v4. No, yeah, 5v3 actually. You should look to kill this brig. I'm not sure if you recognize that this brig is here, but you should kill her first, because this goes back to the she can help these two stall longer, right?
Yeah.
And then you just don't want that, right? I really hope she doesn't kill you. And she killed your Ana, so you just lost this game. You probably lose this fight, right?
Oh well, yeah, I'm not paying attention. I wasn't.
Right, like if you could have attempted to help your Ana there, and you could probably won from that. She would have had Nano this fight as well.
So that's a big thing on my part.
Yeah, that like this was just you tunnel visioning again. It seems like you were like, this diva's in front of me, but like in the end, just like I guess the best way to put it for like tips I would give you is just knowing how you want to win your team fights. And by that I mean, do you want kill tanks first or kill subs/DPS, things like that. Or knowing the order of your own target priority. So like there's a weird concept that it's probably gonna sound wrong, but I think especially as a solo queue player and as Genji, in your head you should have like your own like kill list, right? It should be somewhat separate, right? Because when you have like Ryan Diva Lucio, you're not gonna against like Ryan Zarya or something. You're not gonna be like, hey, speed into the back line and let's kill the Ana brig, right? It's up to you to poke them out and put pressure onto them to then help have your team do stuff in the front, right? So like Genji's like is a team. You're supposed to play with the team, but also you need to know when to like go out and do things like, hey, this brig is alone and I need to help my Ana. Right? And someone should, and this Ana should have been calling Mercy, heal me, right? And then you kill her quickly, and then you move on to this, and then you kill Ball last. I always like to kill Ball last because he, like, if he has any type of support, he will stall longer than anything else, right? But regardless, just like being aware of like things like that brig, because the second she goes to Ana, it's down. You're done. Ana. Take your time. Now you focus Ball. I like it. I think... Well, first you missed your left click, which you know. But I think what you can start doing is you should start getting closer. You should start double jumping to him. So when you can get on top of him, you can hit him with 2 right clicks.
Okay.
And
so I probably should have looked to kill the Ball there.
Yeah. There you can kill the Ball because he's slammed, right? He can't use any of his abilities, and he's half HP. And also, if you would have hit your first left click with your second left click, you could have gone way more aggressive on him and probably killed him as well. But, I mean, that fight was over the second your Ana died anyways.
Yeah, that's why I should not let my Ana die.
Yeah. It's like finding a balance, right? You have to know when you're peeling and when to be in the front line. And there, like, you should be like, oh god, this brig needs to die. And your Mercy should have been, like, on the lookout as well.
Your support has arrived.
Nano Blade, same thing. I'm looking to kill Diana, then the Blade. Nope. There you go. You didn't think it out. The fact that you lived there is actually so stupid. This guy greeted for that blade. He greeted so hard for that blade. It was crazy. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, this was just. I mean, you jumped.
She missed the nano.
Could you have deflect? Yeah, but I mean, even so, what? You still get slept here.
Yeah.
I think you. I mean, you could have angled your dash up a little bit higher as well, right? Like
Yeah,
maybe angle it up
forward.
slightly more, because you're not really high right now. You're not high up. This Ana doesn't have to flick too high to hit you here, right? Imagine if you're up here instead, right?
Yeah.
Up here, and you do the jump instead. It's a lot harder to flick up like this than it is like you're not too far. Like, let's just look at the distance, right? You're gonna be right here. Imagine if you were up here. This is a lot harder of a precision flick to hit. So you can probably just dash up a little bit. And this just goes with, like, thinking about your blades a little bit more as well. Were you at least thinking, hey, I'm gonna kill, or were you thinking, I'm gonna kill stuff again?
I'm pretty sure I was like, okay, I gotta kill Liana.
That's good. I think you could have gone a little bit closer as well. When did you start your dash? Yeah, I mean, you could have walked up a little bit more as well, but and you somehow live here. I'm surprised you didn't go for that crate instantly. The second he does this, you can probably just cancel deflect, or you don't even have to cancel deflect. You can just dash at him, right? Because that's 50. That's 5. Never mind. Yeah. Right. You could have killed him quickly. And now he's full HP and he gets nano off. There's a possibility if you would have committed to that dash, you could have probably just killed. You could have canceled nano, technically. Good deflect. You don't need a dash there. You don't need a dash yet, right?
Wasted dash, yeah.
Yeah, you should be walking backwards instead and dropping down right now. Like, if you would have just walked backwards instead, you could have walked to this corner here, drop down, grab Mega, and now you have dash up here for whatever. And dash is 8-second cooldown, sadly enough, so yeah, like those seconds matter. Like, you don't have dash right now.
Getting fucked by Diva.
Again, I think you should go up there. So I'm just gonna say knowing. No map shortcuts, I'll call them. Nice kill. That's very big. Focus breaking. Let's look at that. You need to kill that break there. Alright.
You're just whiffing shots again.
Yeah. That Tracer's weak, you know that. Okay. Good killing Kree. Okay. You know she doesn't. Right here, you know she doesn't have bash. You can get in her face in this situation. You can be right in front of her. Right? She is weak, and if she swings at you once with a
sat on low ground. Yeah.
You don't even have to sit. You could literally just body block her and stand on top of this bridge and just right click melee her multiple times, right? Because even if she shields, you'll continue to get the 30 damage through her shield, right? But if you just time it correctly, you don't even have to hit her head, right? She's at the point where if you just hit her in the body and then melee, she'll die most likely. Also, where was your dash? Am I crazy? You don't have dash? Where'd the dash be at, though? What did you do with your dash?
I think I tried to cut. Yeah, I think I just pulled a retardation.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, and then, yeah. Like, you doing that double jump screwed you. You could have just body blocked her and made it hard for her to get down there. Because now she has Mega, she's just gonna, now she can just fight again. Like, imagine this Brig is dead. If this Brig is dead, let's just look at the situation. I think it would have been at least a 1, 2, 3. It would have been like a 3v3 instead. which is a lot more winnable than with the Brig and Lucio up, AoE healing the whole team.
Yeah.
So we'll go with don't be afraid when take damage. Like another way to think of it is if you stand in front of her and she starts to do damage to you, you are faster to that mega as well, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so I'll say just like don't be afraid of 1v1s, especially when you're at an advantage. Like if she was literally like a quarter of her health basically. You don't have to worry about her hitting you and healing, right? She doesn't have like it's not like instant healing. It's like slow inspire. So you just have to not miss every single shot and you'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, it might be the high sense.
It might be. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like,
I played with it for so long, so I don't know.
what's your EDPI? EDPI?
E. I don't actually know, but my DPI is 4K, and my in-game is 2.3.
Okay, so you're at like 8K EDPI? Yo, Tix, what are you at? Tix is dead, Pepper Hands.
Six died.
I'm not dead. I'm at 1400 DPI and 15 in game.
Jesus.
That's pretty fucking high.
I think that's higher.
That's higher than
What did you
mine.
say you're at? 1400 times and then 15?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
But
you're
I
at
have like a
20...
33% accuracy
Yeah, but
in all my
what?
accounts.
That's so high.
Wait, what's your at?
33% in all my 3 accounts.
Yo, and Yoltz, what was yours again? You said you're at you're at
Oh, I don't know. How do I check?
4K. What's your DPI? 4K, right?
Yeah, 4K DPI and 2.3 in-game.
213.
2.3.
2.3.
2.30.
Okay, so you're at 9,200. I mean, Yoltz is like not Yoltz. Tix is like double yours, but like I mean, if you're comfortable with it, of course, but like if you find yourself in situations where you're missing, it might not be that you're having issues aiming, you just get in your head a little bit too much. Sometimes in those intense situations, I'll write that down. In intense situations and fights, sometimes just think about your aim, right? Like, I'll catch myself missing a lot of shots, and the best way I found myself to recover, like, and we'll do this for an easy example, right? No, it wasn't here, it was here. Okay. Am I blind? No. It's farther back. Alright, here we go. You just need to think, my crosshair goes here on her body. Right? You just, like, slow it down a little bit. You're going like this to, like, you're slightly behind, and you're, like, freaking out. And you're like, oh god, I'm missing. And sometimes, instead of doing, like, this one of these volleys that miss, right? Just, like, take a second. Make sure you line it up and hit up. Do you know what I mean? You just have to think sometimes, hey, I need to hit this shot, and I'm going to do this by aiming like this. And that's what I do with like Widow sometimes. I'll just be like, I need to focus on the head, move my crosshair to the head to hit them. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes just think about your aim, because maybe that's what it is. Maybe just in these situations, you find yourself missing too much because you're too much thinking like, I gotta hit a shot, and then you get in your head when you start missing. And then you're like, oh shit, I have to hit it, and then you're just like, it's a cycle. Instead, you sometimes just clear your head, and just like, I need to aim. And then it's a little bit better. You heard the grapple, you see the echo. I usually drop around this point, because I don't like tempting fate. Some widows just shoot me in the head there. You saw her grapple? So next time you see her grapple up, you're backing up too far here, I think. You're backing up way too far. I would be up here. So, what's really nice about this map is you can play this area right here. You do not have to be on this platform, right? Because here, you can poke out here, you can peek here, and if the Widow grapples up, you can dash up here. Right? So you don't have to be in this platform right here. It's good, right? But, like, let's say this monkey dives. Cool. You can just jump up here and shoot him in the back. and then dash through him to the mega if you get weak. So just like know that you can like play, and you don't have to play with your team at all times. You can take like a weird off angle and get the poke on these 3 people here, or like maybe get in front of this monkey and try to kill him. Regardless, the second this Widow grapples, you're looking to kill her. So, and the easiest way to get to her, right, is you want to be up here. You saw that you know she grapples, so you should look to kill her. At least pressure her off. You're trying to like poke her out too much when you should just be up here. You can be up here now. Like what? The only reason why it's hard to be up there at the start is because Widowmakers are going to be here looking at you, and the only sightline they have is up here. Right? The second they're in this little area right here, I mean, if they hit a nutty shot by looking directly up and you in the head, fair play to them. But they're forced to grapple up to you to get value. And if you just chill up here and poke them down, you can go down, drop on top of them, one-shot them, and then get back out. You're playing a little bit too far back, I think.
Okay.
Widow grapple. Go for it. Nice.
I'm pretty sure I just featured.
What's funny is if you would have just started meleeing her, you would probably would have killed her. 88. 39. Like, if you would have hit both melees on her, you'd technically kill her as well. Like, but
Oh, wow.
right here,
Diana or Scooter.
like melee here. Like, you just need
to aim.
Yeah, you just need to hit your combos as well. You missed that though. Yeah. Just thinking a little bit too long. That was. Was it worth getting that Venom Mine, bro? You got the 1-for-1 trade, it looks like.
I don't know, dude. I fucking hate Venom Mine.
I will not falter.
Mobility increased.
But yeah, I mean, it goes back to earlier, just, know where your positional limits are, I'll say. Okay. You have Blade. You should not. So, I think you should have bladed a little bit. You could have bladed when you got it instantly. Right now. I mean, they have Rally, but... would I have bladed here? I mean, I would have bladed and solo bladed this Brick, because she's a bitch for booping you. But...
I should have solo bladed her.
No, like, I agree. I think you should solo blade her, because, like, your hope right now is that you're gonna get, like, damage boosted, right? But even if you get damage boosted, let's talk about things that can happen. She's going to, let's just go with the most she's trash and doesn't boost you, right? She has 2 bubbles, which means she's not going to take any damage. She's going to waste about 2.5 seconds of your blade at least, and that's if you decide that you don't want to, like, kill her, because you end up wasting your whole blade on her. Or anyone you dive is going to either fly away, CC, jump away, boop, and just in case they miss, Zarya can bubble them. Right? So what's good about this positioning here and solo blading this is either you're going to force rally, and if she rallies, then you can keep swinging on her, because you will outdamage her rally if you get there early, right? If she starts off half HP, then it doesn't matter if she rallies. It'll take maybe 2 swings then, but you'll be ahead, right? And then if, let's say that she does bubble it, then you just leave, and you don't die. And you make them use these resources, and then you hope that your team, with their resources, can win the fight.
Okay.
So, like this is, like, you have to be fast with the decision, like, I need to pull blade now, or we're gonna lose. I mean, you also got hard snowball. I would have been so pissed that you guys were running Mercy Brig, but... Yeah, I mean, that was expected to happen. Like, that's the only way they win is if they grab you. So, like, if you would have put it earlier, she wouldn't have had grab, and even so, you're going to die, right? Because, again, she has armor, she probably has bubble, and then this peel, and then obviously just grab. Right? And the issue with her having this armor right here is you're going to spend more time on top of her with making this grab easier to hit. Like, and this is just a hard snowball, which sucks. And that goes back to, honestly, up here earlier, if you were up here sooner, you could have gotten more poke, and you probably could have beat them to getting their ults, and then you could have stopped the snowball because you had Blade before they used their ults. Do you kind of see what I mean?
Repeat that? Can you repeat what you said?
So, if you're up here earlier, right, and if you're getting this poke earlier, you get your Blade sooner than them. So...
If I get my blade sooner than them, I can stop it.
You can stop the snowball because you have your ult before that. Or, like, you can make a decision that I need the blade sooner to try to save it. Because right now you're at 70%. And you can maybe think about, hey, I'm going to solo ult this Brig early on. Or if you see anyone misstep, you just go in as hard as possible. It sucks that your Echo, like, wasted ult like that as well. Like, the second you see one person out of position, you need to blade it. And now you're just dead. You also should just... I mean, I guess you wouldn't have known that he was there, but I would have dashed the Mega or something. I mean, you just lose off of this, I think. Dash. Nah, not dash. Nice try, unlucky. You gotta get a little above him. Alright. So things that I saw, we can go back to like the crucial moments where like you probably could have won here. So we'll say that you could have won here when you pull Blade over, right? Good here. You killed 3, so it's a 4 for 2 right now. Which means that the things you're looking to kill is Diva and Ball. Okay. You see, Ball is half, Diva is kind of half. I might have actually thought about killing the Ball instead, up until the fact that I see the Diva is weaker. And once she's out of mech, I don't even think I bother with Baby Diva. I think I'm going directly on this Ball, because Baby Diva is really, really easy to kill and will provide no resources to kill up the Ball. You see he's 1. Okay, he dies. You're good. Decisiveness on where you're going. And you just kind of backed up and didn't need to.
I just dipped.
What?
Stupid. I just dipped.
Yeah. Yeah, the decision to dip screwed you over too, because we lost Valk value if you think about it. That's one less person like using that damage boost correctly. And now they basically stabilized. You got a good kill on the Ana. Good kill on her. And then knowing about the... Like, did you know the Brig was there? Let's attack. Like, it's kind of hard to see her there now. I'll admit. I mean, it's kind of hard to see. Did your Ana not call anything?
No, she was just dead silent.
That's unfortunate.
I probably should be more on mission about it, though.
It's a little hard, I'll say. And that's like when I freeze it, it's easy to see. I mean, you see the Brigs there a little bit, but I'm not sure if I would have seen her. I mean, you see her there, like you see like glimpses of her where I'm like, I should deal with that. But the second you kill this Echo, you're looking for something else to kill. And I mean, it would have to be the Brig. I would hit tab at this point and be like, who's alive as well. Just like quickly hit tab just to know who you're looking to kill. And then you just lose. Your Nano Blade, I mean, you also got screwed over because someone else got it in that blue. But, I mean, just knowing, like, how you want to do your blade, just thinking that out a little bit more. And then I'd say, just, like, positioning-wise, like, just think about it, right? And this is why Temple is a really good Genji map. It's probably one of Genji's better maps because of just the wall climbing potential. Genji's really good with his, like, Genji's good because he has these vertical abilities that no one else has, really. Yeah. Besides, like, Monkey, but he has to use a cooldown to get there, while Genji can just wall climb up, which is really nice. But just think that you're right here. Okay. Just think that you're up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're poking on top of them right here, right? And then you can dive on top of them and then get a free pick, right? And there are a couple of options. The Zarya has to turn around, give resources to them, meaning your team kills the monkey, or they just die, right? Because the 200, 175, basically 180, and then Briggs just not paying attention. But like you can get these pokes off, and you can prevent this Widow from getting up here, right? Which means you get a kill earlier, which is really nice. So just
I think
like
I was scared of the echo. So I didn't
why?
wanna hold on.
Like, just think like why are you scared of an echo in this position up here? If she flies up here, you have the potential to one shot. Right? First of all, she's half HP already. Don't know from what at all. Second, if you're just up here and she floats up to you, she's coming to you, you're on top of her. So you can jump up over her, force her to flick up again, right? Do this flick up. While you just look down, you already have your crosshair placement, and it's just right click, melee, and if she doesn't die, and you're like, I can kill her, and then you dash and then kill. Like, you don't have to be scared in this position, because if you ever get in a close call, all you have to do is you just dash over here. Right? Or you could just, like, drop, technically, and then dash to your team. And then if you're getting like, scared, then you just go down here. Right? But you have break packs as well. You just be like, break, pack me up here.
Okay.
You don't have to be scared in this position yet. I don't think. At least I'm not usually. Not in this, like not with their comp. Like I want to kill this Echo as much as possible. So yeah, and then like you're just playing on this platform. You're playing really far back when you should be looking to just get these pokes. Like again, imagine if you're just closer up, you can one shot her. So yeah, do you have any questions or things you need me to answer for you?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm good for now.
Okay.
Well, I might ask you for more tips later
Yeah,
on.
I can answer after. So this is my let me know if you have any questions about what I wrote here. Let me just
Okay.
you can take a quick read through that. Just let me know if you're like I don't like that, or can you elaborate quickly?
How do you play tank?
How do I play tank?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing Genji stuff, not tank stuff.
But how do you tank? Your tank is like 3.9 or something, right?
My tank is GM, yes. But that's a different thing. Do you have any Genji related questions, you schmuck?
Yeah, I think my biggest problem is my Genji is just very instinctual. It's always been.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, good Genjis do that, right? But sometimes, like, and I won't lie and be like, I always think about what I do, right? But in, like, where you need to win and where the games are tight, that's when you have to, like, switch off autopilot. You have to be like, this is what I need to do to win this game. So we'll just say, know when to stop autopilot. Even, just... Alright. Sound good? Or anything else, my guy?
Forget my brain. No, I'm good for now.
All good? Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this video then. We can chat after. I'll be back. Anyways, guys, I know I'm doing a lot of coaching stuff. I'm not sure if you guys appreciate it or can learn anything from it. Let me know if there's anything I can do to improve. This whole like coaching and recording is kind of new for me. Giving advice, I don't do that often, but I'm trying to be helpful. I like to think I've been understanding the game. That's pretty good. So hopefully you guys enjoy. I know the other one's doing decently. I think I don't think many people are hating it or anything. So yeah. Anyways, have a good rest of the day. Peace out. Please subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, and hop into my Discord as well, which you can find on my Twitch when you follow it. Anyways, have a good rest of the day, guys. I'll be uploading this probably tomorrow, which will be November 4th. So yeah, see you then. Adios. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.